Thanks everyone for coming for our very first ever Shipwreck, which we are so excited about. If you guys don't know me, I'm Amy. I do the events here. Ken knows me. I do all the weird ones, so I'm always here. I always have the microphone. I was born with a microphone. I will die with a microphone. So that means for the past 2 months I've been getting fan fiction in my inbox. Huge thanks to Write Club. Write Club SF is here. We have Casey and Steven. Huge thanks to them for letting me steal their idea and run with it. I'm so excited that this is happening. I'm so excited to be finally collaborating with them. So, it's amazing. It's going to be great. We're going to have a lot of fun. You have scorecards on your seats. Everyone should have one. There are pens up here. I'll pass them around when it comes time. Don't lose it. That's how we're going to vote for the winner. Basically, the way this is going to work is our Shakespearean thespian and resident, Emeritus, is going to come out, and he's going to read all of these amazing pieces from all of these amazing writers, and you're not going to know who wrote what until after you vote, so hang on to that. Before we get rolling, I'm going to turn it over to Casey, and he's going to tell you all about our recurs. Thank you, children, everybody.
Hello. I have some prepared.
He's always prepared.
I printed these. So that works for me. And so far the order is good. Alright, I'm just going to tell you about the writers. First off, let's start with Sarah Griffin. Right over here. You can tell that she's writing herself a little. Sarah writes a lot of different things. She's from Ireland, and while living there, she was a founding volunteer of the country's largest storytelling night. She has an MA in writing from NUIG. I don't know if that has a pronunciation. And has interned with both Lit Scene and 826 Valencia. She currently contributes essays on immigration to the Irish Times and performs and publishes poetry internationally. She is also the co-editor of poetry and photography journal Bare Hands. Sarah Griffin. Let's move on to Nate Wagoner. This gentleman here. He's a contributor to KQED Pop and an MFA candidate in fiction at San Francisco State. His writing has appeared in SF Weekly, Sparkle and Blink, and The Fanzine, all lowercase, one word. Keep that in mind. He's read KQED's New Kids on the Block Lit Crawl event, Quiet Lightning, Bang Out, 851, Under the Influence, and Write Club San Francisco, which we like. He and his ex-girlfriend host a romance advice podcast called An Invitation to Love. It's available on iTunes, and I highly recommend it. It's really good. Shauna McGuire. She writes things.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to make her stop, actually. But before she became a professional writer, she was a fanfic writer. And that ideology never quite dropped away. She will go down with the ship, regardless of what that ship may be. Carolyn Ho. Carolyn amuses herself by writing about her mother, often. Aside from being really smart and good-looking, which is true, Carolyn was also in several McDonald's commercials in the late 80s. Do you guys want to picture what that McDonald's commercial would be? A little bit. She currently writes elderly erotic poetry. I'm really curious what that means. And can walk through doors. Pretend I didn't say that. Just get the head. She can walk through walls using doors. Just pretend I delivered it correctly. J.S. Bourget. As some of you may know, there was a Tumblr component to this program where we pulled one writer up from the internet and made them a real person and put them on stage.
I didn't even know that.
J.S. Bourget is the real person manifest from Tumblr. Is an up-and-coming young literary talent whose interests include eating watermelon, going on leisurely strolls, weeping inconsolably at sitcom weddings, and putting things in her lungs. The bedroom houses the largest collection of empty Diet Coke cans west of the Mississippi. Who among us can't say the same? And then finally, he really doesn't require an introduction because I don't want to read it. Ken Grovey. Ken Grovey has written ever so many things. Award-winning advertising, short stories for Penguin anthologies, magazine articles for various pubs, which I think is
short for
publications, not articles on user experience for Want, which he co-founded, and sketches and videos for SF's Killing My Lobster Comedy Theater.
Was that so hard, Casey?
No, I just finished it though.
So hard.
He's also edited and translated graphic novels, but he always has time for you. You know that.
Let's hear it for our writers.
And no show of this sort would be complete without a trained reader
Yeah.
to come out and represent. And we scoured. We looked everywhere for a trained thespian who could handle the caliber of literature that we're dealing with here. And strangely, that national search ended with my partner at Write Club San Francisco, Stephen Westdahl. Now, what can't be said about Sir Stephen Westdahl? His merits, there's no time to list them all. Professionally trained thespian, proudly non-unionized, preeminent personality of the competitive performance circuit, with over 20 years experience, voted best public speaker at Lincoln Middle School, 1997. An Eagle Scout, 2010 Air Sex World Champion, cornermen at Write Club San Francisco, performed Lenesco in Russia, Yeats in Ireland. Yeats?
Yates.
Is that what we say, Yeats? Yeats in Ireland, Shakespeare in London, which is weird because it's a city immediately after two countries. The Ramayana in Indonesia, at Second City in Chicago, the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. Edinburgh?
Edinburgh.
Yeah. Okay. Founding member of Collective Works Incorporated, collaborative co-creator of the Invisible College series, Captain Slappy's Happy Nautical Hour, and the Wide Open Beaver Festival. Accomplished theremin player and mashup DJ, master of the ancient art of Tuvan overtone singing. Reader of The Great Gatsby in high school. Watcher of a bootleg copy of The Great Gatsby movie last night. Star of stage and screen, large and small. You may have seen him naked in a half dozen shows. Yes, he was that drug dealer friend character from that one episode of I Almost Got Away With It.
Yeah.
Right-handed, dual-brained, he played the titular role in E. Cummings' Santa Claus. He did not write this. A morality play. The Creature in Clive Barker's Frankenstein Love, which is great. And Napoleon in George Orwell's Animal Farm, and many other monsters, animals, and imaginary people. Featured in training videos for both Lowe's and Home Depot hardware stores. Multi-award-winning actor, award-winning director, award-winning writer, award-winning improviser, award-winning puppeteer, award-winning painter, award-winning chicken wing eater, award-winning air humper, supporter of the Oxford comma, bragger. His faults? If there is one fault to be found, it's that he is only one man. Limited by time and space, but in this time, our time, and this space, our space, he's all ours. And all is right with the world. Ladies and gentlemen, Stephen Westdahl.